What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Let's talk about this real quick, man. In the quest for success, sometimes you be doing pretty good. You're coasting along. You're happy. It seems like you're making a little progress, and then all of a sudden, somebody else comes up in the wings that you didn't expect to see coming, and you start to be you start to feel threatened by that person's potential. And the funny part about it is, this doesn't just happen to people who are trying to get to a certain level. This happens to people who are already on high levels, people who are already um, hugely successful in whatever field they might be in. And somebody else is coming up and they start to look over their shoulder a little bit. My question is why? My question would be to a person who feels like that, whether you are already on top or whether you are trying to get on top, what is it that would make you feel threatened by the success or the potential success or come up of another person? And it has nothing to do necessarily with that other person. It really has to do with you. There's an insecurity there in you that makes you feel uh, worried that you're going to lose a spot that you're trying to get, or you're going to be knocked off of a spot that you might already be on. Let me tell y'all why, if you feel like that, that's a bad thing. It's a bad way to feel. And I got to break a couple of parts down. Don't get that confused with uh, righteous competitiveness, righteous competition. Everybody that participates in some type of whatever it is that you do, there should be a natural degree of competitiveness in you that makes you push to be the best that you can be, and even push to want to be better than everybody else who does the same thing that you do. That's what rap music is really all about. But it's nothing wrong with that in the context of, I'm isolated in this bubble, this mental bubble, to push myself in that thought process to be better than everybody else and to maximize my own skill. That's not the same as looking at somebody else and feeling afraid, because that fear that you feel of that person's come up is not necessarily about their come up. What it really is you have a fear that if that person does start to rise, that people are gonna stop liking you. That's all it is. And that's not necessarily the case, man. If you are great at what you do, if you're good at what you do, if you are secure in what you do and how you do it, then you will magnetically draw people, and people will gravitate towards you based on what you do and the love and the like that they develop for what you do. And once that locks in, you have no other reason to feel threatened that someone else would take your spot. What the Creator has for you belongs to you and only you. Doesn't matter what somebody else is doing. They're on their own journey. Now you're detracting from yourself because you doing your work and you glancing over there to see what somebody else is doing. You putting in your time, but you not maxing out because you looking over there to see what somebody else is doing. This is a problem that we have in all walks of life. This is a problem that people have in terms of just general jealousy. When you just take the word jealousy, like you might be in a relationship with somebody and y'all are fine, y'all are good, y'all are good. But there may be somebody around your significant other, could be a co-worker, could be whatever the case is, and you feel threatened by that person. Not that that person is doing anything suggestive or anything to make a move on your significant other. It's the fact that you have a complex about that person. It's something you see in them, and you feel like they're gonna, oh, she's gonna take my man, or hey man, he's gonna take my gal. What's yours is for you, and what's for you is yours. So we have to be confident in that. We have to be confident in the skills and the gifts that we have, and not be threatened by the skills and the gifts that the same God that gave it to you gave it to somebody, gave a gift to somebody else. You ain't the only one with a talent. You ain't the only one with a skill or an ability. You should look at somebody else's ability that's different from yours, even if it's similar to yours, even if it's the same line of work of yours. You should look at that and go, man, that's amazing. That's amazing, because it demonstrates the different variations of the Creator's ability to give gifts, the variety of His greatness. See? So now people come along and they're doing the same thing you're doing, and you might have been doing it a while, and you don't even want to give them advice. Somebody might say, hey man, I know you've been doing this a long time, or you've been here, you've been working at this place, and you've been in the music business all. Can you tell me some tips on, hey man, you gotta learn it the way I learned it. You don't even want to give advice because you fear, if I tell them what I know, they're gonna overtake me. We gotta understand the power of giving. Giving ain't always about some money. Giving ain't always about a gift, a physical gift. Giving is also about passing on knowledge. When you pass on knowledge that you have and you've gained to other people coming up, you don't know what that person is going to be. And if your light ever does dim out for whatever reason, the person that you might have helped coming up and gave them that knowledge when nobody else would, when everybody else was jealous of them and envious of them, they might extend you a lifeline somewhere down the line, because they might have remembered what it is you told them and how you helped them. So never be threatened by the talents and the skills and the successes of anybody else. Look at them and say, wow, he's really talented, she's really talented. I wish him the best. Maybe we can come together and work together and make greater greatness. Alright man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Much love to y'all. Catch y'all later. Peace.